Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football for some absolutely huge news. Mo Salah to Saudi Arabia. Is it going to happen? What happens if it does happen? How does it make you feel? It's coming in from many credible sources in the last sort of 24 hours that Saudi Arabia are seriously going for Mo Salah and that Liverpool and Salah could seriously consider it. I think it's appalling in the sense of my perception of football and how the football structure should be. I know it will be divisive, and at the end of the day, if Mo Salah and Liverpool want to sell him to Saudi Arabia to earn massive money, then that's his prerogative, and Liverpool and Saudi Arabia. We can all have an opinion on stuff, but it would, for me, be absolutely massive, not just for the Premier League, but I think for competitive football. But look, do I think there's a chance this could happen? Yes. What do I think it means for football? I think this would be the first significant signing from Saudi Arabia. And I know they've got Ronaldo, and I know they've taken Ruben Neves, and I know Milinkovic-Savic, etc., etc. And a lot of those players should still, in my opinion, be plying their trade at the top competitive level of football. And they've chosen the money. Mitrovic has recently gone from Fulham. I think he was a value to the Premier League. But Mo Salah would be what I would describe arguably one of the top 5 players in the world, but certainly one of the top 3 or 4 players in the Premier League who still has so much to offer to the Premier League week in, week out. I mean, I had a United fan. I tweeted it yesterday and said it would be horrible if Mo Salah left to go to Saudi Arabia. And I had a United fan tweeting me saying, "Well, clearly not a United fan if he thinks that." Well, no, I actually do, and I'm part of a network that has massive audience. That's football, and we talk about football away from Man United. I watch a lot of football. I'm passionate and love football, and I don't want to see De Bruyne or Mo Salah or Erling Haaland or Odegaard or Rashford or any other big player leaving the Premier League to go to Saudi Arabia. I don't want to see them going to Real Madrid or Barcelona, but I can understand that because that's a traditional route that I don't like, but they're still going to play competitive football and try and win the Champions League. I don't want any player to go and do it. They can do it. I'm not hateful. I am not bitter. I just don't want it. It's my preference. I want to see competition. I want to see the best play the best. And I suppose the way I would I describe Saudi Arabian football, and I've watched a bit of it over the last couple of weeks. It's exhibition football, and there's people out there saying, "Well, you're just being wrong, Goldbridge. You're being wrong because the more better players they buy, the better the league becomes." It does. I agree. The more quality players the Saudi Arabian league buy, the better it will become. But will it ever be at the level of the Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, the Champions League? No. Well, why not? Because they're going there for money. Jordan Henderson is in Saudi Arabia for money. He's got no interest in being in that Saudi Arabian league. He's there for money. And the human brain is not actually that complex in relation to why am I here? To earn money. Why do people go and work on oil rigs for a month on and off in the middle of the sea? Away from their families. Maybe they don't like their families. Maybe they're doing it for money. Doesn't mean they don't do their job well, but do they do it as well as they would be if they were, in an environment that they want to be in? I've seen that league, and the biggest problem they're going to have is the same problem Man City have. How do you get the integrity? Where do you get the real audience from? Because it's exhibition football. You can see it in the good players that are playing. They're not playing at the level they'd be playing if they were playing for Real Madrid in a Champions League semi-final. It's just you can't buy that, and it takes time. Even if someone thinks you can buy it, it takes time. So the Mo Salahs, if he goes there, the Ronaldos, the Benzemas, the Kantés, they're never going to see that league as a competitive league because it won't happen in 1 or 2 years. It will take years and years and years and years, and eventually they might get there. But it's going to take a long time because they've got to build the integrity of the league. At the moment, it's just buy as many stars as you can, pay them stupid money, and that's the motivate because they have to do that. I get that. But how do you build the integrity? The Saudi Arabian league would need to become part of the Champions League. It would need to be the league that everyone looks at and goes, I want to play there because that's the most competitive league in the world. That might happen. I'm not here to say that Saudi Arabia can't do something that nobody's ever done, because maybe they can. But right now, that's just basically a big net in the sea, and let's see how many big fish we can catch with the biggest bait. And some footballers are going, yeah, I'll take the bait. But you know, they're going to be taken out of the sea where they've got, you know, integrity, and they're going to get put in a big artificial tank where everyone's going to look at them and they're going to think they're happy, but they're not really in the ocean. So I that's my perception of it. I've watched it. I've played the game. I don't see, even with these amazing players, I don't see them. I don't see it. I just don't see the integrity, and certainly not the competitive element. That's what I'm talking about. It's not really integrity. It's the competitive element. So if a Mo Salah leaves Liverpool to go and play in the Saudi League, am I going to start watching the Saudi League because Mo Salah's there? No. Because even if he scores a hat-trick every week and they win this, and he wins the Saudi League, what does that mean? And that's what I'm talking about. What does it mean to win the Saudi Cup or the Saudi League? What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. I don't know what it is. It's a brand new thing, and I just don't know where it fits in football. Whereas if you win the Champions League or you win the Premier League, whether we like it or not, it means something. And look, we can't be hypocrites here. We didn't want the Super League for many different reasons. If the Super League had happened in the form it was meant to happen, where there's no relegation and all the best teams play each other each week, and sometimes they're in Delhi and sometimes they're in New York, straight away, what I'm talking about happens. What does it mean? Where's the integrity? Where's the competitive element? It's just a money league. So at the moment, for me, the Champions League, the Premier League, La Liga, all these leagues are where football is competitive, and that's where I want to see the best players play. So I would be sad if Salah went to Saudi Arabia. But look, on the other hand, and I've got to be even-handed here, if he wants to go there because that's the life he wants for him and his family and the money, and that's, you know, he feels that he's done enough in football and now it's about money, I don't knock any of these players who go and do it. The only ones I would knock are the hypocrites that start pontificating about, you know, politics and, you know, rights and everything like that. And then, you know, they change the football boots and they're off playing in Saudi Arabia because they're about to earn life-changing money. They're the people who leave themselves exposed. People who just go, I just, you know, ultimately I just want to I want to make as much money as I can for myself and my family. People might call that mercenary, whatever. But the sad thing for me is that we lose them from the competitive part of the game to go and play in an exhibition league. That's the sad thing. I want to see the best playing the best. And I don't know how the Saudi League fits into that, because I think by the time it gets anywhere near competitive, the Mo Salahs, if he goes, the Neymars, the Ronaldos, the Benzema's, they'll be long gone. They'll be long retired, because it's not going to happen in the next 2 or 3 years. Get your comments in below. It's a big topic. What are your thoughts? Smash a like and subscribe. And don't forget, win, lose or draw, me against Ben Foster. Week 3 predictions are out. Links in the video description. I'll pop it in the chat as well. Get over there and get entered. And have a go yourself. Really enjoying that. And obviously the Premier League is about to kick off again this weekend. And we'll have lots of reaction to it for you on this channel. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you subscribe on the way out. Speak to you all in a bit.